Hi, Collective. It's Nat, your spiritual messenger and healer. So I just sort of had a bit of a download, and it did make me laugh because the spirit tells me that there is a stalker in the mist, right? And this is somebody that wants to communicate but can't. They want to come forth to you, but they can't, Collective. I feel that this person may be unhealed, and I definitely feel that this is a past person, an ex-partner who you consider to be or have some sort of soul tie, like soul connection, twin flame, whatever you want to call it. And I really think that I get the download that they're stalking you heavy. Now, I don't know what you're doing, Collective, but you must have had some sort of glow up, right? Something just come out then. I haven't even shuffled. Judgment. Okay, so I feel that you've had some sort of awakening. You put up some boundaries with this person, and they can't get to you, right? And they know if they're going to come in, they've got to come correct. Like, you've made that abundantly clear. And I just don't think they can do that. Not only are they stalking you, but they have their friends stalking you. And they're all under the intention that, you're such and such, you're this, that, and the other, because your partner's obviously, you had to make boundaries with this person because this person was manipulative, I hear, very self-sabotage, non-committal. So you had to set boundaries, right? And I feel you got over this. I feel like you got over this. You started healing yourself. You started to know your worth, right? And they cannot stand it. But I feel that not only they've betrayed you to be the person that they actually are to people, and these people have, like, friends of this person, have decided to do their own research and take a look into you themselves, sorry. And they're sitting there like, oh, I don't see what he means. Like, he seems really lovely, kind-hearted, spirited. I just heard things don't add up. Things don't add up, and it won't do, right? Because they're portraying you to be something that they are, not what you actually are, right? So you've got their friends, like, in your posts or pictures, and you possibly don't even realize that they're friends, his or her friends. Okay, so I'm not even trying to shuffle, but they're coming out anyway. So we got Judgment in the upright, which is all about an awakening or renewal, okay? And I think this is you, Collective, but I also feel that this is them too. They're having a rude awakening because they are now losing out on people because they've portrayed you in such a way that they cannot come back from, and now people are like thinking, why would they have said that about them? What does that say about them? And I feel that they possibly are now having to mince their words. When you lie on someone else, the lies get caught, right? And then you end up looking like the clown And this is the message I'm sort of getting intuitively, okay? So I pulled my astrology deck out, and I was like, who does my collective need to know that are coming up against them? And we got Virgo, Gemini, Pisces. These are the three signs I feel that are coming up against you, collective. Now take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because it's different for everyone, okay? But those are what I got. So I've also got the Eight of Cups in reverse with the Judgment. Okay. I feel like this person was placing blame on you, right? For the separation. And it wasn't nothing to do with you. It was all to do with them. You wanted to move forward. They didn't. And now that they see you're having a glow up, and living your best life, they feel like they're missing out. But they're missing out now. They are missing out. I mean, they could be losing people around them because they've done so much deceitful slagging off about you that people are starting to get fed up with hearing it. And they're looking into it themselves and realizing it was not you, it's them. So the Eight of Cups, okay, is all about, if it's in that upright, it's all about walking away, forward movement, when you've reached your limit. I just don't feel like this person feels like they have. They're refusing to walk away from this connection, even though they are the ones that sabotaged it. So let's go in and see what sort of message we got for this, okay? Spirit, tell me more. The Fool in reverse. Yeah, this is someone that's made themselves look silly. They've made themselves look silly because people are starting to see them for what they are. I feel like this person could be at risk of losing a home or is homeless. I definitely feel that this person brought a lot of disappointment to you. I feel like they could have promised you a lot. They could have been taught to talk about marriage and commitment, long-lasting commitment that they just were not ready to have. I don't feel like they want a new start. They want to pick up where they left off. I had a sort of similar reading the other day, right? But you can't because it would just be the same cycle. You can't enter something and pick something up where you left off when that relationship was in a bad place, right? I feel like, like I said, like the Fool in reverse, I feel like they want to communicate, but they don't want to have to. Do you know why? Because they don't want to fucking take accountability. They don't want to take accountability for what they've done. They just want to pick up where they left off. No, it is not happening, collective. Do not let that happen. You're in your season, right? No. Let's see what else. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this person could be come across very loyal and patient, hardworking, but persistent, okay, and stubborn. I mean, it's a knight, right? Like if you look at the card, he's wearing armor. He's wearing armor, like they know. They know they can't come in half-heartedly, but they are. They're going to. This person could have been given an option to come forward as well. by somebody else. They could be listening to friends, right? Now, it's all good having friends and listening to their advice, like if they have your best interest at heart. But when they don't, and they will sabotage, they will advise you to sabotage yourself and any connection, good connection that you have, right? Just to, not for any reason, just for pure envy, pure jealousy. It's not funny, but I mean, come on, the pure audacity of it. We got the Star in reverse. Yeah. This is a fallen angel. I just heard Warlock, so this person could be male. Flip it where it needs to go, okay? Like, but I heard Warlock. You could be the feminine and they could be the male. But they are definitely a fallen star. They've fallen from grace. I feel like this person could have had some spiritual sort of connection. But I just don't, after what they've done to you, to collective, I just don't think there'll be any renewal of their spiritual connection. I feel like God and spirit have just been like, no, fuck you. Unless you pay for what you've done and take accountability, you will have no protection from the Most High. That is literally what I'm fucking hearing. And fucking right too, you know, like if you can't take accountability for your actions, those actions should never have happened, right? You don't ever do anything unless you're prepared for the fucking consequences. I mean, I have brought my kids up to know that. I just don't feel like they had no faith in the connection with you. I feel like they're very negative. And they're just not prepared to do the healing work, okay? They're just not prepared to do it. Okay, give me more on this Judgment card, Spirit. The Moon in reverse? Fuck's sake. Oh, it was an illusion. This relationship was a complete illusion. I feel like there was a lot of deception and instability. I feel like this person tried to come across as a very stable person, stable within their emotions. But no. Possibly, do you know what? I did hear Warlock, so there could have even possibly been rituals. Maybe against you, collective, and them. I mean, if there was a friend, like I said before, you know, I feel like they were taking advice that was wrongly correct, you know, like this person is at a loss now. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised we have the Five of Pentacles come out. I feel like this person feels very insecure with their feelings. Maybe that's why they couldn't commit. They have a lot of insecurities and they're very unhealed. They're not willing to face what needs to be done here. They're not willing to face what needs to be healed. So we just had the Knight of Swords come out. This is someone that's, like I said, they want to come forward, but they can't, right? This is someone that's going to come in quickly. Now, swords are all about words, thoughts, and communication. I feel that they're going to be very impulsive. I feel that this may take a while. For them to come forward, I feel like it may take a while. But when they do, it's going to be very direct, abrupt, and impulsive. They want big changes, but unless they are willing to heal themselves and take accountability, there aren't going to be any changes, right? Okay. Let's see what else we got. Give me more on the Fool in reverse, Spirit. What about the Fool in reverse? the Knight of Cups. So they could even be really, like I said, they could be really impulsive. This could be, they could propose, like, and I actually mean an actual proposal. They might even try and give you the illusion of marriage, that they want to take action. This is someone, Knight of Cups, someone who's really charming, good with their words. Okay, so I feel like this is how they probably got you before, right? They sold their soul to you basically through their charm. I believe this person to be really attractive to the eye. I feel that they perceive their personality to be really attractive. Yeah, it's all an illusion. It is an illusion. And yet again, it's only a knight, right? And they come in armor. So they know they've got to have a guard up. They know they've got to have their guard up. And plus, it looks really slow moving. Look at the horse, really. Like I said before, I feel like this may take ages for them to come in with communication. The color blue could be significant. Flip it where it needs to go. It could be your favorite color or theirs, or the color blue could be significant. I just had car. Maybe they have a blue car. Okay. Yeah, they definitely want to come in with some sort of offer, but I mean, it's coming the upright. I just don't feel. I mean, use your discernment, right? Inner strength, the strength card, landed on the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like this is all about inner strength, okay? I feel like they really, I definitely feel like they're very insecure. I mean, this love connection could be pure, right? It could have been a twin flame energy. But like I said, if they are not willing to put in the healing work that was needed for you two to be together, this is never going to work, because you're going to end up in exactly the same cycle. And do you want that when you've done so much for yourself, when you've done so much inner healing? They could be doing some inner healing themselves right now, but it could be taking longer than what it took you, right? I feel that. They may need to be brave. Maybe you need to be brave. You know, they need to stop self-doubting. Like I said before, I feel like there is self-sabotage here. You know, they sabotage this connection because of their own insecurities. I feel like you gave them so much love and this scared them. I feel like it scared them. You know, they didn't know what to do with it, collective. What else, Spirit? The Nine of Pentacles in reverse, yeah. This is, I mean, they could be really skint right now. They could be really skint. And I feel like possibly, you know, with the Knight of Pentacles there, this could be, you know, that's about profit as well. You know, they could see you having a glow up, doing well for yourself, and they want a fucking piece of the pie. Well, no, not if you haven't done the work. Like, it don't work like that. You've got to meet on even ground. There's got to be a balance. And if they're not prepared to put in the effort to meet you at your level, okay, then you're going to have to use your discernment, collective, to whether this is a good idea. I feel like that they're probably seeing you thriving, and they want a piece of the pie. That's all I keep hearing. They want a piece of the pie. You know, if you're not going to follow your own intuition and listen to others that don't have your best interests at heart, things are going to go bad, okay? You need to use your own judgment. Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so there is no new beginning here. I always class the Ace of Swords as the protection of Archangel Michael, okay? And it's in reverse. I feel like they had this protection and they wasted it. They had a chance at this new beginning with you, collective, and they just did not take it. They sabotaged it instead. And I feel like this was all not just by them, but I feel like this was influence of others too. There's not going to be any breakthrough with this person right now if they were to come in, because they have not done the work. They have not done any healing. They have not. I feel like this person has childhood wounds that need healing. They're just not seeing the truth. They're not speaking the truth. And I feel like, a lot of bad words were said about you, especially by if they've got friends, they've been slagging you off to friends. And then they're having their opinions, which aren't going to be good, right? Because what they've said about you wasn't good. So their comeback won't have been good. There's no breakthrough here. There's no clarity. There will be no victory. Okay? And if you are entering into a relationship that was from the past, there needs to be clarity. There needs to be truth. And there needs to be some realization of each other's boundaries. There's got to be. Okay, one more card. One more card, Spirit. Yeah, we got the Ten of Swords in reverse. So this, like I said, there was gossip that you were backstabbed, you were hurt. But it's in reverse. I feel like that's been and gone now. You're past it. Maybe they've come to the realization that this has happened to them. Which if it has, that was their karma. That was their karma for coming for you. I mean, this is what happens. When you come up and attack someone behind someone's back or out to their face, there's consequences. There's consequences to doing that. I just see them as a sort of enemy collective right now. They're not in a stable place. Okay. I know this message is for someone. And I'm just going to repeat the star signs that we got. The people that you need to use your discernment with is a Pisces, Gemini, and Virgo. What should your intentions be? Let's quickly get some intention. What should your intention be moving forward from this situation? It says, I intend to manifest joy for my loved ones. So definitely put in effort and time into yourself. Put your energy into yourself, collective, and your loved ones, i.e. your family, children, flip it where it needs to go. It says, I aim to feel that I'm always in the right place at the right time. Things happen for a reason, right? People's paths cross for a reason. It's not always, for people to stay. Like, this is where we have to use our discernment. Sometimes we cross paths with people because they're there to teach us a lesson that's needed to be taught. And I plan to always be grateful for what I have and hope to achieve. Now, you could be in a position where you don't feel like you have much, okay? But that's fine. You don't need to have much. As long as you have yourself and you're comfortable with yourself and you know your worth, that's the most important. Just keep moving forward with what you're doing. One more. I plan to contribute to the healing of Mother Earth and nature. Love that. Keep going, keep connecting, and keep creating, okay? I feel like you could be spiritually connected. If you are, get grounded within nature. They're calling for you. Nature, Mother Earth is calling for you. I hope this helped you guys. I love you guys.
Have a great day.